Hi Stampers, I'm Meg from Loven Stamps and I have another video to share with you. This one features the Takeout Treats stamp set, which is new in the holiday catalog that just debuted on September 5th. And this stamp set goes with one of the framelit boxes, the cute little takeout treat sort of Chinese takeout style box. But there are tons and tons of pieces in it, so I'm going to give you some ideas for making cards with it, including this one, which is a really fun idea. So this is when you love a designer series paper like this frosted floral paper so much that you can't decide which side to use. Check this out. You just use both sides. Isn't that amazing? So thank you to Karen Titus for coming up with this really cool card layout idea, but I'm going to show you my version of it with the frosted floral paper and Takeout Treats stamp set. I'll give you some tips for cutting your cardstock on this. Grab your Stamps in the Mail Club kit and we'll get stamping. So we're going to set aside our directions and our other projects, and these are the pieces that are pre-cut for this card that we're doing here, our frosted floral designer series paper feature. And there are a ton of fun pieces in here, including a whole strip of the Share What You Love pearls, and we're going to set those aside because you'll need them for several projects. And then we have this gorgeous piece of the frosted paper, and I didn't say this before, but it is really pretty. It's frosted on both sides, so it's just got a slight metallic sheen, which makes it absolutely beautiful. And I'm just going to go ahead and fold this in half. Okay, so I promised you some cutting directions. You are going to be able to see both sides of this paper, which is great, but let me talk to you about how I cut this. So the paper is 12 inches by 12 inches, right? So the first thing I did was I cut a 4-inch piece off the side. Then I took the paper, I turned it sideways, and I cut 1, 2 more, and each of these pieces are 4 inches. So they end up being 4 by 8 inches. And then if you want one more, you can either leave this strip or you could really cut it again here, and so you have 4 by 8 inches. So one sheet of designer series paper is going to give you 4 full cards like this, because each one of these gets folded in half. See how that works? So really, you can make a ton of cards with this fun design. And it doesn't waste paper, which is always good. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is start from the bottom up when I make my card. I really like to start with the background and then just add to it. And so this one is Mint Macaron and Shaded Spruce. And then I'm going to go ahead and take our gorgeous paper. You got to pick a side. It's tough. But I think I'm going to pick this one because we're really going to cover up a lot of this. And so I'm going to add some snail adhesive here to the back. And go ahead and layer these, and it's an 8-inch layer all the way around, so that makes it really easy to adjust. And I know, don't adjust your set. It is still a Loven Stamps video, but I did paint my nails because I love this color so much. All right, so this piece is going to go on the inside, and I'm going to grab my Petal Pink ink and go ahead and just add some of our little, of our spots there. All right, so some of you guys are going to cringe here, but when I have trouble with my stamp sticking, it kind of just depends on the humidity and the dryness. I actually just take a little tiny bit of snail and pop it on the back there, and then no worries, it sticks every time. Okay, so I'm going to add some hearts just kind of around the corner sporadically, and then this gives us a place to write inside our card. Okay, so again, with just a nice 1/8 of an inch mat around the edges. See how that works? Okay, then we're going to work on the front of our card here, and I have these pieces, including this pre-die cut heart and our pearlized doily, which is perfect for this paper. It's a really nice match because of the pearl on the frosted floral designer series paper. So I'm going to take this first, and I'm just going to layer our Shaded Spruce circle on here, and that's going to stick us to our doily. Now, if you are really thinking ahead, which I didn't there, you would want to keep your adhesive to one side as much as possible, because you don't want your adhesive to show on the part of the doily that is going to stick through your card. So when I go to attach this to my card here, I'm going to make sure I keep my adhesive only on this side. Okay, so only on the half that is going to be there, because I don't want to seal my card shut. Okay, so I'm going to just burnish that really well. Gosh, when you paint your nails, you can't burnish with your fingernails. Okay, Then I'm going to go back and add the big heart stamp from this set, and there are tons of great words on here. If you wanted to make this card for a different occasion, you could definitely do that, but I'm going to go ahead and use the heart. And in Petal Pink, I'm just going to stamp one here that's going to serve as a location for our shadow. And then I'm going to grab my shaded spruce, and we are going to add some line. So this is that cute, like, sort of star barb. And you can do just one, but I actually really love this stamp with a cute little crossover on it. So you can cross over there, it really doesn't matter. And then I'm going to go back, and with our little pink hearts, I'm going to add some space filler around the edges here. And then I'm going to take a Stampin' Dimensional and pop this on. And if you follow me on Facebook, you would know that I had like a disaster here recently where I ran out of Stampin' Dimensionals. It was a really tough day for me, I'll tell you. Okay, I know that's a first world problem. All right, then we're going to take this with our Blackberry Bliss ink pad and go ahead and ink up my Love You Lots stamp. And then I'm going to take my scissors, and I just want to trim this baby down so that it's a little bit tighter and more in scale with the size of the greeting. So we got Love You Lots there. And then since I have dimensionals again, I'm just going to pop one on the back and then use that to attach to our heart so it goes across there. All right, now if you want to, you could ink this baby up in Blackberry Bliss and stamp it on the heart, but honestly, it's really hard to see because that color on this color cardstock is really, really dark, so you're not going to get a lot of it. Okay, then we're going to go back and add our pearls as our finishing touch here, and this is the new Take Your Pick tool, which I am in love with, and this is the Magic Pearl Picker-Upper. So here is my favorite way to do it. I hold, if you're right-handed, you're good with me. If you're left-handed, I love you too, it's okay, but you'll have to switch your hands, okay? So in my left hand, I hold the strip of pearls, okay, like up. In my right hand, I hold my Take a Pick tool, and I just use my finger to hold that pearl in place and just stick my Take a Pick tool right underneath there. Okay, and then I can pop it off with my finger. And let's grab some snail adhesive and pop our finished circle on there. Okay, so there we have our finished feature card with the Frosted Floral Designer Series paper. Really a gorgeous paper and a really fun match for the colors that are in Stamps and Mail Club this month, and a neat way to feature both sides of the paper, so you don't have to decide which side of the paper you love more because both of them will be available on your card. So I have some other tricks for showing both sides of the Designer Series paper on my blog if you want to check out those posts. Otherwise, if you'd like to request a Stamps the Mail Club kit with this project and then the other 3 for the month of September, be sure to visit my website at lovenstamps.com and let me know that you would like a kit by filling out the request form. So thanks so much for watching. Happy stamping, and I look forward to sharing another project again with you soon.